Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in all Magic the Gathering formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you all for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoy today's video. Hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you... Sorry, my opponent said yo, and it just threw me off. Thank you all so much for being here. We are playing Bant Spirits today. We are going to be on the draw, it looks like. This hand's a little awkward because we unfortunately have a Glacial Fortress with a Botanical Sanctum, but I think it's still good enough to keep. Alright, say hello to our opponent that said yo. And it looks like we're against a mirror match. Alright. So that being said, okay, we drew a land, so we're going to go ahead and play this. We'll end up playing the Temple Garden next turn, and then we're going to play Selfless Spirit. And then hopefully our opponent doesn't have Spell Queller for our Empyrean Eagle. Alright, our opponent has the Selfless Spirit. So we're going to go ahead here. Our opponent did end up having to take two because they played both their lands untapped. That being said, we are going to go ahead and play our Selfless Spirit. And we will attack in for two. Now, unfortunately, our opponent was on the play, so they're actually going to get to... Oh, wow, they actually block with Selfless Spirit? Okay. So this was interesting from our opponent, which leads me to believe they have a Collected Company in hand. So what do they have here? Alright, they have Herald here. So they're going to get to tap down our Selfless Spirit. Alright, that's fine. They're going to get in for two. We're going to attack for two with our Selfless Spirit. And I think this turn, I think we just play Selfless Spirit plus Mausoleum Wanderer. Because if they have Collected Company next turn, we don't want them to be able to play it. And I don't think they're going to block here, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play Wanderer here, and then Selfless Spirit. And now we have two Eagles, which is extremely good. We're not threatening lethal next turn, but we're at least threatening to put a lot of pressure on our opponent. So our opponent's not going to play that tapped because of the... Alright, here's the Eagle. So if our opponent... Yeah, I was going to say our opponent's probably going to tap down our Selfless Spirit here. We don't have Herald, which is pretty unfortunate. That's an interesting draw. So I think we want to wait to play Brazen Borrower. I think we have to just play Eagle here and press through. Unfortunately, if they have anything, so I think we attack here with two things. And we just have to hope they don't have two mana spirits in hand. And if they don't, I think we're okay. But if they do, I just don't think there's anything we could have done about it. Alright, if they have Collected Company here, it doesn't matter. Because we have Mausoleum Wanderer. It was definitely an interesting decision from our opponent. I'm definitely curious what they're thinking. Sorry, I'm setting down my glass of water here. So if they have Collect a Company, they're definitely going to want to play it, but there's just no way. Knowing the Mausoleum Wanderers on the battlefield, there's just no way they can just play it. But if they don't play it, then what's next turn look like for them? Because what we can actually do is bounce Empyrean Eagle from our opponent, and then I think attack for not lethal, but pretty close to it. Alright, so our opponent's probably going to attack here. And do I just take it? I think I just take the 5 here because then I attack back for lethal, especially with this petty theft. Yeah, it's not going to matter either way. Alright, I think I'm actually going to play the Herald here we just drew to be like, yeah, Herald's really good. That's funny, though. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go to our sideboard here. Our opponent did not find what they were looking for. So we have Glass Casket here, but we also have Deputy of Detention. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards Deputy of actually being potentially a really good card in this matchup. Mystical Disputes are definitely coming in. The question is, what do we take out? Because this is going to be such a reactive game. It's like, do we go... We're on the draw. Do we go towards the controlling side, or do we go towards an aggressive side? And what's our opponent doing? Is really the question. I almost think Collect a Company is almost just not playable, but I almost kind of lead towards the Glass Casket because I don't think, like, they're probably bringing in their Mystical Disputes, and Deputy might be not that great. Maybe I bring in these 8 cards, but the question is, what do I take out now? So I think I can take out 2 of the Eagles. I don't think they're going to have a ton of targeted removal spells, so I kind of like taking out the a couple of the Rattle Chains here. Spectral Sailor's alright. It draws those cards, but I think I can trim one of them. I know I want 100% the Mystical Disputes. I don't want to cut too many of the lords, because if I do, then they're just gonna take our stuff. So I definitely I think I want the Glass Caskets. I almost think I want to Collect a Company, because it's either they have something or they don't. The question is, do I want Deputy or not? And I think I do. Maybe I trim a Wanderer and put a Deputy in. Alright, I think we're going to play this. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's different on the draw. No, I really like Wanderer. Maybe it's just the Rattle Chains come out. And then I bring in the other Deputy. Yeah, I think I like this a little better. We're going to go ahead and jump in. Alright, I think this hand is keepable. I think this is actually a pretty good opening hand. We have the Mystical Dispute, or we have the Brazen Borrower. So we're going to go ahead here. We'll start with Botanical Sanctum and play out the Wanderer. Alright, here I think I want to go ahead and maybe I just play the Island. And I'll go ahead and attack for 1 here. And whatever they play next turn, maybe I'll probably bounce it with the Brazen Borrower if I don't want to just counter it with the Mystical Dispute. And having this Mausoleum Wanderer is actually pretty decent because it does at least put a little bit of pressure on our opponent. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to that. We'll go ahead and get in here for 1. Alright, our opponent's probably just going to pass here, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead here and attempt to play the Herald. If it gets Mystical Disputed, I think that's okay. Oh, and we drew a Spellcaller now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play Breeding Pool. I'm not really sure what our opponent has in hand. Like, why are they just being so lax? They're kind of taking a backseat here, which is kind of intriguing. Alright, here's a Rattle Chains. Which I think is fine. So the thing I want to avoid is them playing Collected Company. So I think I just moved the my turn. Ooh, and now we have Collected Company. So I think here I do play Petty Theft. And we'll see what our opponent has here. They have another Rattle Chains. I think I just have to pass the turn here. So I think that actually gave our opponent an opening to do something, which I didn't actually want them to have. They're going to attack here. No. Alright, here's the Botanical Sanctum. Alright, now I have to be a little more patient with my plays. So that one's pretty good. That's one we don't want them to have. But I don't think we can do anything about it at the moment. I think we just have to take 6 here. think I'm just going to attempt to play the Collecting Company. I think it's getting countered here. Probably by a Spell Queller. Our opponent actually tapped, interestingly. Alright, so I think I have to pay the 2. Our opponent didn't leave up any green mana. So here's Empyreon. Let's go ahead and tap the Spell Queller. And I think I'm going to get in here with Mausoleum Wanderer. And now we have to be really careful because both of us are potentially threatening lethal. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. We have to just be careful with what they are. Interesting. Blue, white. If this gets countered, it is what it is. Sure. We'll see if they have anything here. It looks like they have a Collected Company. As long as they don't find Herald here, I think we're okay. Alright, there's a Herald. We're not okay. There's 2 Heralds. Good game. Alright, let's go to game number 3 here. Our opponent played that extremely well. So, interestingly, they did keep in Rattle Chains. I wonder if with the Heralds here, if instead of Deputy we just want our Spirits and play this instead. So we took out our Glass Caskets and Deputy Detentions and brought in I still feel like I do want 1, though. I'm going to keep the 1 of Deputy and just see. We'll go ahead and play this. I would like to play first. This hand is keepable. And hopefully we find a land so we can keep up Spell Queller on turn 3. Alright, we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. We're going to go ahead and play Supreme Phantom. Again, hopefully we find that other land. Alright, Mausoleum Wanderer. Land? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was worried there for a minute. Go ahead and attack in. Alright, I think we're just going to take this Rattle Chains out now. That opens up next turn, letting them play whatever they want, but I don't think we want Rattle Chains to stick around, especially with how last game played out. And whatever they play, like if they play something right now, it's fine because we have Deputy to take it out. Alright, there's a Rattle Chains. I think that's fine. I think I just played Deputy next turn. Unless I draw a land. Oh, man, so close. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and just play Deputy here. And put pressure on our opponent. This opens them up and lets them play Collect a Company if they need or want, but it is threatening lethal here. So if they have Collect a Company, I'd almost play it this turn, not let us untap. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, this is an attack only for 7. Interesting. Let's find a Spell Queller. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Alright, didn't quite work out. Alright, we'll see what they tap here. Sure, tap the 4/4. I still think we attack with everything, put pressure on them. They can't play Collect a Company because we have the Wanderers still. And they can't wipe our board because we have Selfless Spirit, so... What do you got, opponent? I mean, they do have the ability to stabilize. And that's going to be the game. We're currently 4-0. Wow. Thank you all so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button. We met a new friend here with our opponent. Hopefully they see this match later. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, check out the description below for more Magic the Gathering content. This was Jordan with Crocodile MTG, and we will see you next time.